center.
Bless you.
Again, I know he's curly too, so I'm leaving that crown a little bit longer so if it bounces up, it'll actually have some shape to it. To do the same thing, I want to leave the length on the top here, so I'm going to kind of come up at an angle on the back parts, and then on the front I'm going to go the short. I got a little guide here, I'm going to go short too, so I'm going to again leave a little bit of longer curls on the top. And let's play, let's cut it out. The texture. Center, same angle. You guys see the little point I'm cutting off, right? There's a point on it, and I'm just cutting that point off and just spinning them around. It's right there. But I'm just using the texture shears to do it. If a few stragglers stay behind, that's okay. It's getting that, it's really getting kind of a cool texture. Here. Let's bring the front over. Now we have the back guide, and that front guide is going to cut not such a big piece. So I got my short guide, I got my back guide. I'm just going to kind of cut it between there. Now I'm just going to take one or two off the side, and it should be all connected. It's about 8 or 9 on here. They're in percentages is how I usually kind of find them, and like these are 50% shears. So then you'll know how much the hair takes off. But I have 50% shears that you would think are soft little blending shears because there's a million teeth. But it's the teeth is one thing. Teeth is how chunky or not chunky it is. But there's also angles of how they cut hair. So some of the ones that are really fine will still take off tons of hair. And I think once you get chunky like this, it's going to be pretty chunky no matter what you do. Yeah. I showed this last time, but I'll show it one time here. These two scissors, let me put them side by side, the two here. Those look identical, right? Okay. The crazy thing is one will barely take off any hair, and one will take off 50% every time I close it. This one here, with a little bit of a crane or whatever, that one I actually had the handles differently because I'd grabbed the wrong ones. And these ones have a very straight handle. And these just take off just the blending shears. So sometimes, even though they look identical, I know that this one will just be a killer. So if I want to do a lot of weight or a real soft texture to it, I'll take these as a whole haircut with these. They cut every 3 cuts, it's almost like a regular blade, but it has a real soft finish to it. Thank you for the good questions, you guys. I don't mind stopping and talking them, and it gives me a reason.
Please nail Jeff with questions.
Try to nail Jeff with a question.
If you can nail Jeff with a question,
wouldn't be too hard, I'll tell you. How old are you?
27? Maybe 28.
It's weird, I haven't got any gray hair yet. I love that, though. These people looking older in front of me. Connecting these, pulling back, over directing, because I want the shag in the front, but I want the connection in the back. A little Maroon 5, or was it? It's crazy because and I know you guys didn't see him this morning when he has smooth hair, kind of all blown out, and it's very pop star. Let's just say it was real kind of young and pop star. And I'm looking at him going, God, he like became like a rock star. It's pretty crazy how just a little bit of choppy hair, a little change of a haircut changes the whole personality. You look rocking. You really good. Look good. So okay, so at this point, the haircut looks good. I mean, in my opinion, I think it just looks kind of rock and roll, but it's not perfect. You got the shaggy stuff here. So all I'm going to do is just with the same kind of blending shears, clean my perimeter up a little bit. And this is where we would do the, I'm going to kind of maybe talk about the cut, but maybe not do it as much. But I would leave it long like this. Together. And I would definitely, I would come in and I would kind of cut this point off. I'd actually pull it forward. It'd be really long. You can actually, to get it longer even so, back to what we did with it combing up, just make sure you cut it and it comes out really long. And then at this point, just kind of take your perimeter up, and at this point, kind of real smooth against the skin, and cut your other line in here. You can probably be best to cut down at it, because if you cut up to it, you can keep pushing it out of the way. But if you cut down, you'll kind of cut into it. It'll be better. Sorry, boss.
It'll grow back. I'm going to get to the other side of you, okay?
The same thing, just kind of going around the ear, but just using a texture shear so it has no perfection to it, you know. And down here, just leaving it mullety, but just kind of connecting it a little bit, you know.